McCarthy Insurance Group, serving the community for over 70 years. For home, farm, motor, life, health and business insurance, log on to mig.ie or free phone 1800 50 11 11. Probably your best call in 2024. Charles McCarthy Insurance is trading as McCarthy Insurance Group, is regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
Real people, real opinions, Real Talk Radio. The multi-award-winning Niall Boylan Show.
I want to talk about murder. And that kind of puts a slant on it immediately. It is getting close to Halloween, so keep it reasonably light, I suppose. And I don't want to sound insensitive. But two things we don't normally consider together, unless, of course, are murder and the housing market. And of course, your mortgage repayments are killing you. But that was Jane's funny joke, which didn't kind of really work very well. Anyway, we heard recently that homicides are increasing in Ireland. And if we look over the last 100, 200 years, we can be historical about this as well, by the way. You know, that realistically, hundreds and hundreds of people have been killed in this country. You know, and when I say killed, murdered in this country. You know, as of June this year, there were already 7. And if you go back in time, before we really even had records, go back 300 or 400 years, you know, hundreds of people have been killed. And a lot of them are killed in houses. That's just a fact, isn't it? What I want to know tonight is, would you buy a house where there had been maybe a violent murder take place? Because you got a deal on it, you know what I mean? Would it freak you out? Would you be able to move in with your new hubby and decorate something, knowing truly the heinous crime that occurred right over there by the door frame, for example? You know what I mean? Or somebody may have been killed in the front room while you're watching the television. Not while you're watching the television, obviously, but, you know, 50 years before you were watching that television, somebody was killed in that very spot where the TV was. Or maybe you think, hey, the price is right, why not? Let's not pretend there isn't a housing crisis at the moment. Maybe you can't afford to be afraid of a ghost. Maybe you know someone who did this and has a story to tell. Particularly older houses, Victorian, Georgian houses. Most likely somebody's died in them. Not always a violent murder, but people have died in houses. A lot of people have died in houses. Would you move into a house where somebody had died or there was a violent murder? Alan, hi.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, Alan. Now, you're always a logical person, apart from calling your mother by her first name. You're a logical person. I mean, would you buy a house that a murder happened in?
Two things for you before I answer that question, right? Good discussion on the previous topic with the abortion piece, like fair play to you. Mm-hmm. And secondly, will we have any money left for the people of Cork? Because we're giving away millions for the crack to everybody else.
Well, that's true, isn't it? Yeah.
Actually,
we've set aside $4 billion for next year for the crack.
Yeah, we're giving away money for the crack. So I feel sorry for the Cork when they go looking for the money, it won't be there.
Pascal O'Donoghue, who's the Minister for Public Expenditure, he said, I said finance earlier on, but he's not finance anymore. He's public expenditure. It's kind of the same thing. He said the money will be available. Let's see.
Will Pascal be there in a year's time, 18 months' time? Probably not. So he can promise all he likes.
Well, in fairness, the only thing I'll say, Alan, I just hope it doesn't get any worse for the people of Cork over the next few days.
Nor do I, but I do feel that they need to keep pressure on their politicians because it's not the first time this type of stuff has happened. So
no, and this is what I can't understand with Cork. It's been happening for years in Cork. Years.
It's a bit like the winter vomiting bug or winter flu comes on and there's no hospital beds. That winter comes every year. But sure, look, we don't plan. But your question, look, what's the problem? So if someone gets murdered in the house, like what? Like if you need a house and you like the house and you're getting a deal on it, why not?
But let's say some lad was murdered by his wife. Let's say he was bludgeoned to death by his wife, and he was bludgeoned in the front room. And you move into the house, you decorate it, everything, and you have your telly in the front room, exactly at the spot where he was murdered. Because you went up and you Googled it and you found out, you saw pictures of the little chalk man on the ground. You know, do they still do that? The chalk person on the ground.
I think that's more for movies, I think, than anything else.
Yeah, you could leave the chalk person on the ground if you wanted. If you wanted to, add a bit of decoration to the house, you could leave the kind of chalk line around the outline on the ground, just for fun, giggles.
You could bring the priest in there, just get to do his blessing, and move on. That's like.
Why do you believe in ghosts? By the way, do you believe in ghosts or
no
or negative
really,
energy?
Well, I think there's a lot of people that bring out negative energy, not just because they're just a pain in the ass, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
But look, I think, well, you're being afraid of something you don't know anything about. So I just think, like, if you need a house, you like the house, get it blessed and move on. My wife's mother bought a house where someone committed suicide, but she happy to buy the house. She got a good deal on it. So what more do you do? Like, you say no, don't do it because of superstition or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Bring in the priest, get Father Paul in, say, do your blessings there, fella, and let's move on.
Father Paul's good at that, is he?
He's a legend for that type of stuff.
Yeah.
And he'd think a few points, I can tell you that.
Did you ever see the movie The Amityville Horror?
No.
You haven't seen The Amityville Horror? You know when they walk in,
No.
the family walk into this house for the first time. There was a whole family murdered in it, right? Years and years before. But the family walk in, and as they walk in the door, they hear, "Get out." Like, I'd be gone. Father Paul wouldn't even get a look in. Stay there for a second. Let me go to Sharon. Sharon, hi, how are you?
It is now. Sorry. You'd be gone. So would I.
I'd be out the door. And I don't even believe in all that nonsense, but I'd be still out the door. Sharon, would you buy a house that there was a tragedy in, or somebody died in, or somebody was murdered in, or would you buy a house?
If there was a violent murder, I don't think so. If somebody, God love them, took their life, I'd probably get it blessed and say a few prayers, get a few prayers said, sage stick all around the house.
Right.
Just to
sage. That's good for
clear the energy.
Okay, sage. I remember
clearing the energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sage is very good for clearing energy.
Well, it clears negative energy.
Everything
does it?
is energy. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It does.
Okay.
I'm bringing some sage to work. Just for
yeah.
No, I think
you might need it there, all right.
Yeah, there's a few places I'd like to bring some sage, but I won't mention them on the air. I'll be sued. Okay, but still, Sharon, even if, because you're getting a good deal, you think it's worth it?
I suppose it's easy for me to say now because I'm not in that position. I'm sure a lot of younger people now would, if they were getting a bargain, I could understand how they would.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to say because I'm not in that position, but if there was a violent crime, I really think I'd think twice about it.
Right, okay.
But look, like I said, I do believe in holy water. Don't ask me why. My granny
my mother
had
used
a
to
tradition of the holy water. She used to drown me in it.
I know.
You'd be going to bed at night.
I was soaked.
With the holy water.
You'd be going out the door. You'd be going out the door, and your mother be dipping her hand in, flicking it at you. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
There was a little thing in the hall, and it had a little cup on it with a sponge in it.
Holy water fountain and all that.
Yeah.
I bought a new one, and I haven't put the water in. I feel so guilty. It's a modern little one. It's lovely. But I have a big, huge bottle of holy water in the hall in a kind of a decanter thing. And I do use it, but yeah, the little holy water fountain.
And by the way, where do you get the holy water? I believe, by the way, there's a church.
Veritas.
Okay, Veritas. Okay. There's a church, I think it's in Kerry, and they have, this is the truth of God, they have a tap on the side of the church that says holy water, right? And you can fill up your own little bottles, right? It's the only place in the world the holy water is available on draft.
Are the Healy Rays involved in this now, are they?
What?
Are the Healy Rays involved in this? That sounds like a scam.
Somebody's making money.
Charging for it anyway.
I'm assuming then the priest just has to bless the tap, because then anything that comes out of it is holy. I imagine. I don't know.
I don't know if it works like that now.
Who blesses the holy water?
From Lourdes.
Does it have to be?
From Lourdes.
All right, okay. But it can be from Knock as well, can't it?
Or it could be from Knock, yeah, anywhere like that.
Or does it have to be somewhere where miracles are supposed to have happened?
Well, most people, I think, it'd be Lourdes or Knock or somewhere.
All right, okay.
Like that.
Yeah, and they're normally in little bottles the shape of Mary or something like that.
Yeah, but you can get big bottles too. I mean, I think
in the shape of Mary.
You can't be
no.
You can't be
They're the little ones you give to someone for a gift, but you can get a big bottle.
Right.
Just fill a big bottle with it over there.
Like a 2 litre.
Yes, yeah. Mine's a good big size now because...
What, like a 2 litre of holy water? Because Morris was wondering earlier on where you get holy water. He said it's easier to get cocaine in Ireland than it is to get holy water. He's actually right. It is.
Probably, yeah.
Jane.
I heard a story one time.
Hang on. Jane, Google it for me there. Where would I get holy water? Where can you buy holy water? Sorry, go ahead, Sharon.
Yeah, no, I had a friend who had a very strange thing happen. Now, I can't recount it tonight, but maybe another night. But there was a thing where there was something weird going on in the estate. Everybody knew about it, and every night they had the holy water and the candles.
Right.
And apparently everybody knew about this place now. I would have to ask the story again and tell you another night.
Okay.
But they had the holy water out and the candles, and whatever was there went.
Oh, hold on. Jane says you can get it on Amazon. Let me just look at my Amazon account here. Holy water. that's mad. Jeff Bezos is selling holy water. In fairness, he's a multimillionaire. He's a clever man. He'll sell holy water if he has to. Holy water. Hang on, I'm just looking at my phone.
Kinahan, they're selling holy water.
Yeah, you can buy a holy water font. Oh, there you go. Holy water, Catholic Gift Shop Limited. They have their own company. Okay, Lourdes holy water bottle filled with Lourdes holy water, $5.99. That's not bad. Is this? It's not bad, is it?
Oh, I don't know. I got mine as a gift now. Somebody brought it back for me from Lourdes or Medjugorje. I'm not sure which.
I think this is a bit of a con. I mean, there's little bottles of water here. Lourdes, here's another one, $7.99. Lourdes water in a glass bottle filled with blessed holy water. Lourdes and a Lourdes prayer card. Somebody's making a bomb out of these. So that's just someone in a house filling it out of the tap.
Could be.
It's a great idea, Jane. Jane thinks this is a great idea.
A friend.
If I go on to Wish, if we went on to Wish, you can get like bottles. We could fill them up, Jane. We could get a little business going. And Jane, you could go online because you can be a priest. All you got to do is go online and you can be, anointed. Oh, here's a 5 litre bottle. A 5 litre bottle of holy water from Lourdes. Stop, would you? $39.99 for a 5 litre bottle of water. Are you mad?
Well, that's only in Ireland now. Maybe
no, it's 1 litre. It's only 1 litre.
You that. Yeah, but sure, in Ireland they charge you for the air you breathe, Niall. They would if they could. Sorry,
we've moved on to holy water. Well, you'd need a lot of it for your haunted house, wouldn't you, I suppose?
Tell you a funny story.
What?
I was standing in a square today in the middle of Milan, and this guy came over and sprinkled some stuff into my hand, and all the pigeons were sitting on my hand, eating the food. Oh my God, I nearly freaked out, but I couldn't move. I was in such shock. But I said, there's a very ingenious way to make a few bob.
Absolutely. Listen, lads, ladies, Alan, Sharon, thank you very much indeed. I appreciate it. That was an entertaining conversation. We never got to actually talk what we were supposed to be talking about. But I knew that would happen. But Jane wouldn't listen to me. By the way, I'm looking on Amazon here and going way over time here now. That litre bottle of holy water, Jane's just sent me a link. Oh, that's dollars, Jane. That's in Americans. That's Lourdes holy water, 1 litre container. $59.99. $60. Jane, there's a business opportunity here. If we get you, anointed and, as a priest, let's just say, minister or something. It's only, we could do knockoffs of Knock. You're living near Knock anyway. So here's the thing. If we got you anointed and got you a collar, officially online, paid 60 quid properly, you could bless it all. And then we just fill the bottles, sell them, make a fortune. John, hi, how are you?
Evening, Niall. How are you keeping?
Good. John, now getting back to the house. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Would you buy a house if you knew that somebody had died in it, been killed in it? Would you buy a house?
Oh, well, it wouldn't put me off. Actually, if you got the house a bit cheaper, it'd be a bonus.
Oh, well, it would, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Guess the history of it as well. Like, if you were having house parties or Christmas parties or a Halloween party, if you could bring people in and give them a tour and say, listen, this is where you got the first whack, this is where you got the second whack.
God. Right, that's a bit morbid, isn't it?
This is where they kind of dug the floor up.
Yeah.
If you had the whole history of it,
Well, you make a bit of money out of it, like have tours.
Yeah, you could sell tickets maybe, or a talking point. Now, I got 2 houses where there was suicides.
Oh, no.
Now, one was rented out.
Yeah.
And it was a friend of mine that had it rented out, and they didn't find the person renting it by himself. He was a professional. And when they eventually found him, it took them 6 months to get the house sorted. Because I won't go through it now. Basically,
No, don't go through any of the gory details, please.
Yeah,
it's a bit too serious.
Just it wasn't good.
But there are many houses in Ireland. See, Ireland is a very old country, right? And there, because I was only reading the other day, by the way. Did you know? Here's a quick. Did you know? Did you know that Stonehenge, or not Stonehenge? Oh, I'm forgetting where it is now. What's the name of the place again? Stonehenge is in England. Oh, it's gone out of my head now. The place you brought to in school. You know when you were in school and you're brought to that hill.
Oh, I can't. Yeah, I can't think of it.
Newgrange. Oh yeah, Newgrange. Do you know that Newgrange is older than the pyramids in Egypt?
Yeah.
Do you know that?
Sure.
Yeah, Ireland's a very old country, so there's a lot of old houses, which I'm sure have a history, and many people have died in them or been killed in them, some quite violently maybe, over centuries. So you wouldn't have an issue buying a house like that.
No, I remember being a young lad in the 60s, and my grandfather he lived in Ballintubber in County Mayo, but that time there was no TVs in the houses down there. At the Saturday nights, the people would all meet in their different houses. But my grandfather, he used to cycle down to the local graveyard in Ballintubber Abbey, and he used to visit the graves at night time, in the evening after he did the farm. But on the Saturday night, then he'd tell people the story about he'd be talking to the different dead people down there.
Oh, right.
And he used to put the hair standing on everybody's head, like.
So he was a good storyteller.
Oh, he was a great storyteller. But they used to all come to the house. We'd be there. It was summertime. I visited in the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
But he'd tell the stories then on a Saturday night about who he was talking to in the graveyard during the week.
Oh, right. Okay.
You know?
Yeah, that sounds...
But there's loads of houses. My other aunt's house it was an old priest's place, and that was supposed to be haunted.
And are you superstitious at all? Do you believe in ghosts?
Oh, I often wonder. I kind of, there must be something. I don't know. There must be some kind of spirits. There's so much talk about it. But then again, I've never met one myself. You know.
Well, I tell you what. If I ever do pop me clogs, and I'm sure I will at some point. But when I pop me clogs, I'm going to come back and haunt the airwaves. So that's what I'll do. I'm going to come back and I'll float over the Joe Duffy show going, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like to do that.
Or wherever, you know. Or I'll float over Pat Kenny or something like that. You know what I mean? I'll say things into the mic every now and again. I'll say some curse words into the mic every now and again or something.
Having a house with a murder in it depends on how good the murder was, like, you know.
Oh, you're right. Jeez, John, that's
really
interesting. And how good the murder was. You mean how gory it was, like?
No, not so much how gory, but if it hit the headlines, you know what I mean?
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Major, you know, major murder that was, you know, like that one down in Cork.
It's quite, that's quite, I don't know, morbid, isn't it? Have you got a morbid fascination, by the way?
Yeah, but
have you got a fascination with death?
Well, no, but I worked in the hospital in Galway, and we did the maintenance work in there. But we used to have to do a lot of work in the morgue.
Right.
So we'd see a lot of... I remember going in one... It was after Christmas. It was New Year's.
By the way, can I just point out, before you continue with the story, if anybody is anyway faint-hearted and you don't want to hear about dead bodies, please, you know what to tune out now. Sorry, go ahead. Tell your story, John. You worked in the morgue.
Yeah, we went in after the 3rd of January, the 4th of January, after the Christmas holidays. We were called over to the morgue because the fridges broke down. There were about 12 fridges in there where they keep the John Does, the bodies that have been there for a long, long time. They wouldn't know who they were belonged to. But mainly bones and things like that. But we went in with those 5 suicide victims over the Christmas inside our bodies.
That's really sad.
Yeah, and they had little labels on them with their names on them and all that. But one of them, he was a heavy man, but they had put the sheet over him properly. You could see where the rope had got him around the neck.
Oh, no, let's not go into that on the air, because that's very morbid, and I don't want to go down that direction. But that's extremely sad anyway, apart from anything else, particularly over a Christmas period for people and loved ones who knew those people. Stay there, John. John said he would buy a house. if historically there had been a death or a murder or whatever it is, and I suppose coming up to Halloween, it's something people think of all the time. Liam, hi, how are you?
Not bad, no. Thanks very much. Just for advice. Thanks very much for tonight. Great guests and all that. But that Jimmy fella, the children, that's a head case in the soup.
Oh, what you're talking about? Oh, right, I know. Yeah. But just move on to what we're talking about now, Liam.
Chap.
Yeah.
Any children out there?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Drugs bad. Okay, we know.
Going out, getting drunk, then take a magic mushroom.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Yeah. Drugs bad. We know all that, and we've said all that numerous times throughout the night. Liam, getting back to would you buy a house?
Oh yeah, in a heartbeat, no problem. Yeah.
Yeah, if you got a discount on it, if there was,
and I bless my own water, and I'll save myself all that money.
Bless your own water.
So why not, man? Just make the suit, deal with Del Boy on the way and get a priest here.
Yeah.
Bless truckloads of the shit. There you go, lovely. And then put a hole through the old and let a leak on the old Our Lady, and your man comes over and goes, "You done all this and made us sinualize all to save the old folks home." And he goes, "Yeah, God bless you, my son." He ripped off the paparazzi, letting the water drip on the Our Lady and making it look like you should.
I have no idea what you're even talking about. It's funny.
Del Boy,
are you a bit of a Del Boy yourself, Liam?
Come here, right, boy. I said Santa the Arabs and snow to Santa Claus.
Right, okay. And do you buy and sell stuff?
No, but I can get anything you want. And
thanks for the offer. Put your grand
in the UFC on Buffalo Bills.
And what do you mean you can get anything I want? Like if I turned around to you and said I want a 55-inch plasma telly, would you get me one?
Come here, I can get you on the black market. They say that all these animals are dead. They're in private ownership. So they're in the shite, man.
Which animals?
I can give you a list of black market of anything you want, Noel. I mean, rhinoceros, if you have money. You get anyone. Seriously, Carl. You want to see the black market on this world? Oh, seriously.
So if I want a rhino, you can get me a rhino?
Anything, Noel. Anything you want, man, you can get it if you have the cash. Oh, seriously. Elon Musk thinks he's making a stairway to heaven. He's going to get Jacob's ladder down the fucking sink. He's a head case.
Liam, do you make money, flogging stuff?
Oh, no. I just put it on to somebody else. I just pay it forward.
You're like a bridge.
Just pay it. I'm just the intermediate.
Right, okay. And what's the most bizarre request you've had to get stuff for somebody?
Yeah. I take it to the grave and then they get over that shit.
Okay, but now, Liam, what's the most bizarre thing you've been asked for?
Oh, Mother of God, man. Oh, heavy shit.
Yeah.
That's a good one, because I used to sleep in the morgue in James's because I couldn't get to sleep with all them out for snoring their heads off. Oh, Jesus, man.
You go down to the morgue to have a sleep?
Yeah, I was 2 years.
It's not a very nice place to have a kip, is it? There's an awful lot of morgue talk tonight. What's going on? Why would you be going down to the morgue for a sleep?
Because the outlaws are smelly and they snort. No? Oh, don't do that shit, man. They have to be cleanliness is next to godliness. Mother Earth.
Right.
Simple, wasn't it? They didn't walk it out, Noel. They all got it wrong. Every religion. Put down your guns in Ukraine, all that shit. The war, where's that Russian war gone?
What Russian war?
In the world. I don't know. Jesus, it's gone. It's just doing that. They have to get all the mad motherfuckers in America, take all their weapons and say, store them, build the barriers, get these lunatics, play chess. These are nuts, man. We have to risk 40 million people to get all them Western world mental lunatics off their heads. Man, what do we do?
Okay, where's it going to come? See you, Liam. Liam is still talking to you in the background.
Sorry.
That's okay, Liam.
Sorry, no. These are all lunatics, man, out there. All man ruined this world. It was woman that made this world.
Yeah.
Man.
Real people, real opinions, real talk radio. The multi-award winning Niall Boylan Show.
Ireland's classic hits.